First of all, I have to tell all of you that I'm extremely sorry for the ugly music that you can hear in the background. Not too far away from where I'm living, there's an actual music festival of this ugly music. So we just have to deal with it. And you too, all of you listening, watching my video, have to deal with it as well. Yeah, so the UK boxing, when it comes to me betting on boxing, on UK boxing, it's always been a, how do you call it, banana skin for me, because people like what I was often doing, people that I've never watched before that, because ideally, in order to predict what is going to happen in the fight, I would usually need a lot of time and to know a fighter, or ideally both fighters. Uh, it's very difficult to, more or less, to predict a fight when you never watch two fighters and you have a very short time window to watch some of their fights, and that was often the case with me whenever I would bet on the UK please excuse me, whenever I would bet on UK boxing. For example, let's take this very fight that I'm betting on. For example, Isaac Chamberlain versus Jack Massey. Never saw a single fight of Chamberlain or neither Massey until just a few days ago, and usually I wouldn't really need a lot of time, so the informations I got and saw from their fights settled down in my head. So it's extremely useful to already have seen and understood how a fighter fights months before his fight, because discovering him on such a short notice, it complicates the betting a lot. And so that's the case with both of them, Chamberlain and Macy. So I went to Dell, aka Blue Collar Sports TV, who's my go-to guy when it comes to the UK boxing. And I told him, look, when it comes to studying this fight, film studies, I'm going to do that part, but please help me, let me know these guys, who is the A side, etc. And he told me that Isaac Chamberlain is definitely the A side in that fight, as well as Riakpor in the other fight I'm betting on today. And it's very useful to know, because as you can see, I haven't been following boxing seriously for a very long time, so it's the same when it comes to the boxing politics. So informations like that are very, very useful, but they even complicated my pick. Uh, so from with all of that being said, I may be completely wrong on both fighters, but I'm going to quickly tell you what I saw from both of them. Taking a look at a few of their fights, Isaac Chamberlain seems to have a very very good chin and a very good work rate, and he's using his at- athleticism in the ring. Doesn't matter if it's hand speed, upper body movement, going in and out, rather quick legs when compared to the most of fighters from his weight class. So yeah, he can definitely, he likes to go to close the distance and enter the clinch, fight in the clinch as well. Uh, but yeah, from what I saw from him these last few days, he seems to me like a guy who's more dependent on his athleticism than the craft, the ring IQ, and yeah, I'm not saying, I don't know. He must have some skills, so no disrespect to him, but it seems to me like he's fighting more on his physical attributes than technique, skills. And the things that I saw from him, he's open for when he's stepping in, jabbing. He's very susceptible to left hand counters, to either left jab counters or left hook, or even overhands over his jab. So yeah, I feel like he doesn't do a very good job of protecting himself while stepping in with the jab. And also, he's predictable when he's stepping in. A lot of times, when he would like to step in with the jab or something else and use those punches to get to close the distance behind them and get into clinching position. But many of times it was very extremely predictable, and his past opponents were more or less able to take advantage of it. But I think that what's his name, Jack Massey, can take even better advantage of it, uh, especially if he studied his opponent's previous fights, like I'm sure he did. So yeah, so he's what's his name? Isaac Chamberlain. I feel like he's very open for counters, especially when he reaches forward to get into clinch, just step back and explosive combo, ideally countering with 2 3 pieces. Um, and that's something that I saw Jack Massey doing. I think that Jack Massey his hands are explosive, can step back, can control the distance, and yeah, I can see also Isaac Chamberlain outworking him. Also, if it's a close fight, like Dell told me, they would probably give advantage. The judges would give advantage to Isaac Chamberlain. So probably that's the smartest, most sure decision pick, to bet on Isaac Chamberlain. But me, I bet on Jack Massey, because those deficiencies of Isaac Chamberlain are very striking to me. So, but at the same time, it's a risky decision because hey, as long as it goes the distance, at least from what I heard, Isaac Chamberlain should get the nod. But for some reason, I see Jack Massey as someone, their styles are, are clashing in such a way that Jack Massey can definitely exploit those particular deficiencies, striking deficiencies that I saw in Isaac Chamberlain. Uh, Massey, on the other hand, I mean, it's not like he has a low work rate neither. He has a good chin as well. Uh, he proved it against Parker, against other fighters, and yeah, I mean, his work rate is very nice as well. So he would not be or could not be outworked by anyone badly visibly, in my opinion. On the other hand, yeah, he picks. Sometimes he would take breathers on the ropes behind the high guard and would let the opponent tee off on him, but then he would fight. He he would take time after that to step back in and throw combos. What I don't like about him, I haven't seen him using a lot of body punches, and I think that body punches are useful against Isaac Chamberlain as well. He doesn't do that, so yeah, it's a risky pick, being that, I mean, the how do you say it in English? The surest, sure, like surest, or the most the most sure peak prediction would be Isaac Chamberlain, but I know every time when I didn't listen to myself, I was feeling terrible, so I guess that's why I chose to listen myself. Although I know it's a bit of a reach, because let's see, what are the chances it goes to distance better than a fight getting stopped? Although it's not impossible at all. Both of them are good punchers, but also have a good chins, so it may as well be stopped, but probably would go full 10 or 12. I don't know, full 12 being this is for some European belt, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, but I don't know, I can also see their styles clashing in Jack Macy's favor so much that even despite that, even going by decision, that he could make a difference. Although at the same time, I can also see Isaac Chamberlain beating him by legitly beating him by outworking him. I can see Isaac Chamberlain getting a nod, even maybe despite losing the fight. So the odds are against Jack Massey, but I feel like I don't know how to describe it without wasting too much of your time, and mine as well. But I feel like there's something that he could do with his explosiveness and his combos and timing to take advantage and make those rounds, even if he does not stop Isaac to get the decision. I can see it happening. So that's why, and I took him at the odds, at the decimal odds of 2.5. It's nice because just the next day, I think, or 2 days following to me placing money on Massey, that those odds dropped in Macy's favor. So right now he's about 2.1, and Chamberlain is at around 1.75, 1.8, something like that in decimal odds. And well, I will be making very soon a video about my betting, my strategy, tactics, and tell you about what percentage is each of my unit, etc. So enjoy fights tonight, and see you guys. I'm about to make another video on Richard Riakporhe versus Chris Billon Smith, because I bet on that fight too as well.